Are you gonna let me in or what? It's pouring rain out here. Geez, took you long enough, didn't it? Oh, the suitcase? Well, about that. I'm sure that you're wondering why I'm here in the middle of the night. It's only natural that you would be. Well, you see, I thought about what you said the other night. About not marrying that guy just because my parents arranged it and doing what I think will make me happy. And, well, as much as I hate to admit it, you had a good point. In fact, you're right. I've been living my life for my parents for far too long now. And it's time that I do what makes me happy. And that certainly is not being married off as a gesture of good business between two global mega companies. Did I tell my parents? Well, you see, I guess you could say that's why I'm here. They didn't exactly take the news too well. As to be expected, I suppose. My father was furious, of course, but my mother seemed rather indifferent to the whole thing, which, in all honesty, might have been a little more hurtful than the volatile reaction that my father had. At least he was passionate enough about his response. I get the feeling that my mother didn't really care what happened to me either way. Her apathy was somehow more hurtful than the hours of beratement I had to listen to from my father. He certainly didn't hold back. All the nonsense about me throwing away the opportunity of a lifetime and costing him millions of dollars. A whole spiel about how I'm just an ungrateful brat and how I needed to remember my place and who I had to thank for all the luxury I'd ever experienced. All the death throes of a man who just realized that his most valuable asset now had a mind of its own. Needless to say, he offered me two options. Get out of his sight, never contact him or my mother again, and be written completely out of the fortune but escape any legal ramifications. Or continue through with the marriage and never step out of line again, but maintain my place as the heir to the extravagant wealth that my family possesses. What did I choose? Well, if I chose the second option, do you really think I would be standing on your doorstep in the middle of the night in the pouring rain, with nothing but the clothes on my back and whatever is in this little suitcase? Of course I chose my dignity over being subjected to any more abuse. But that brings us to right now. As much as I hate to stoop to this level, you're the only person that I can turn to. It sickens me to have to do this. But I have a favor to ask of you. Would it be okay for me to stay here with you? I mean, right now I don't have a home to return to. And as embarrassing as it is for me to admit, you're the only reason that I had the courage to finally stand up to my father and stand up for my right to be happy. And the first step to my happiness is to spend more time with you. The times that I've been able to spend the time with you were the best times of my life and the first times that I've felt genuine happiness as far back as I can remember, even back into the earliest years of my childhood. I've never spent time with someone who genuinely wanted my company as opposed to some kind of monetary reparations. When I was a child, my parents used to pay for other children my own age to spend time with me. More as aides than as friends. But either way, to give me an illusion that I wasn't completely alone and without friendship. But that's never been the case with you. It was a new experience to spend time with someone who was kind to me without me having to give you money or bribe you to do things with me. That's something that I've never shared with anyone else before. And on top of all of that, you also convinced me that I deserved to be happy and opened my eyes to the fact that I'd been manipulated and used for my entire life, but that it didn't have to be that way. You gave me something that no one else has ever given me before, and that's hope. You're certainly not obligated to allow me to stay with you. And even if you don't, it's important that you understand what I came here to tell you. It's not just that you've been a great friend to me for the whole time that I've known you. It's that I like you, okay? One of the biggest reasons that I couldn't follow through with this arranged marriage is because what you said made me start to think about the possibility of marrying someone that I actually like and what that would feel like. And every time I would imagine that scenario, you were always the one that I chose. Even if it may not seem like it sometimes and I may not show it very well, you really are the best thing that's ever happened to me. And even though this situation isn't ideal, and I'll be losing my right to every penny of my family fortune, none of that bothers me, knowing that the path that I've chosen is one that you might be a part of. So, what do you say? Would it be okay if I stayed here? With you?